Oh, the vodka! It's time to celebrate! The Melbourne Storm choked! Let's have a drink!
Cheers,
Fuck
Nick!
yeah, boys!
Nick from Australia.
Get over! Yeah! Ash Taylor, you overpaid wanker! Why the fuck would you go short? You stupid cunt! Yeah! Woo! Cowboys win! Yeah! Yeah! Here we go! Drink water! Holmes! Yeah! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Oh, yes, we are live! Oh, yes. Righto. Oh, yes, here we go. Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Rugby League Breakdown Podcast, episode number 33 for the first Rugby League Breakdown Podcast for 2022. Unfortunately, tonight there is no Sam REVILL. He is off sick, so filling in for Sam REVILL tonight is Warriors Nrl Fanatics. And as always, we are joined by the great man himself, ProEnzo Vidz. First of all, I want to go to you, ProEnzo Vidz, mate. How the hell are you? It's good to start the podcast off of 2022 with a bang.
No, I'm doing well. Like you said, the first podcast of the year, nothing better. Unfortunate about Sam not being here, but you know, he'll be back next week, hopefully. I'd like to welcome Warriors Nrl Fanatics. Good to have you on. And yeah, honestly, let's just rip in.
Well, it's great to have Warriors Nrl Fanatics here as well. And Warriors Nrl Fanatics, mate, it's good to see you. Very nice Warriors jersey, by the way. Looks fantastic. Mate, how the hell are you? Hope you're well, bro.
Yeah, I'm hope everyone's doing well tonight. And yeah, look, it's good to be back on the podcast. Actually, it's been a while since I've last appeared on the podcast. So yeah, all the best to Sam as well. He's not well, so yeah, all the best to him.
Well, let's just hope that your connection.
I'm looking forward to.
Let's hope that your connection tonight is not as bad as what it was the other night. Yep. With your live stream of Hold the Ball, we all know the bloody internet nowadays are very much a pain in the ass. But I want to put a quick disclaimer out there to everyone in the chat that's watching the show right now. If Warriors Nrl Fanatics' connection does seem to cut in and out on the screen, don't worry about it. As long as you can hear him still, that's all I care about, to be honest. I don't care if his camera, I don't care if his Wi-Fi plays up. As long as you can hear him, that's all I care about. But it's good to have you on the show, bro. And let's rip into the podcast. I'm just trying to catch up with the live chat right now. The chat is going off. But if you guys are new to this YouTube channel, make sure you guys go ahead and like the live stream. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. It's much appreciated. If you smash the subscribe button, turn the notification bells on so you get a notification on your phone when I go live on YouTube or when I upload a video. But it's good to have everyone live tonight, tuning in for the Rugby League Breakdown Podcast. The chat's going off. It's going to be hard to catch up, so I'm just going to get to the live chat where we are at the moment. But We got some questions here in the chat. I don't even know who this Stuart guy
Yeah,
is.
there's two people, I think.
I
Two
think it's a
trolls.
troll, to be honest.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm not surprised. We got people in here that just have no life. So, Stuart Butcher, whoever you are, get the fuck out of my show, mate. What a complete dead shit. Complete dead shit. All right, let's get into it. Fuck that guy in the chat. What a dead shit. But let's whip into the podcast. But before I do as well, I want to say if you guys have not become a member of the Nick from Australia membership as of yet, you can become a member today. You can press the join now button on the YouTube channel, and also the link is in the description below for the links in the description below for the join now button to become a member of the Nick from Australia membership. $5 a month, guys, for the corner post and other things. It's a very cheap deal. $5 a month, guys, if you want to become a member as well. And also, if you don't want to become a member and you just want to donate to the channel, well, feel free to do so via PayPal, guys. PayPal is in the link below as well, and also Super Chat is also active as well, guys. But without further ado, let's get into tonight's agenda. Let's get into the podcast, and we're going to start off with topic number 5, which is France. They have been announced. They are hosting the 2025 Rugby League World Cup. Good on the French, I say. It's good to see them hosting the Rugby League World Cup for 2025. I want to start with you, ProEnzo Vidz. Do you think it's a good decision or a bad decision that France is going to be hosting the 2025 Rugby League World Cup? What are your thoughts on it?
No, I reckon it's good because you're expanding the game elsewhere. Because every year we've had it like in Australia, New Zealand, and places like that. So make it a bit different. Put in France. I like the idea. I think Rugby League is pretty good over there as well because obviously Catalan's the Super League teams there, and I think overall Rugby League is actually talked about in some parts there. So I think spreading it out to a place like France is actually a good idea for the game and everything else. So I support it. I think it's a great idea in my opinion.
Well said, mate. I'm with you. I think it's great for the game to go to France. I think France is building nicely. To be honest, with Rugby League, I think the French teams over there, Catalans, are doing very well in the Super League. They were just beaten in the Super League Grand Final last year only by 2 points against your guys, ProEnzo, St. Helens. So it's that they're doing well, and when they're doing well, French Rugby League is doing well, and they're pioneering for other teams over there to do well. And obviously now with Toulouse coming in to the Super League, it's going to make the game even better for France Rugby League. So what about you, Warriors and Nrl Fanatics, mate? Do you think France hosting the 2025 Rugby League World Cup's a good thing, or do you think they could have went somewhere else? What are your thoughts on the decision, mate?
I'll decision to go. It's great, there, and they had a last year in the Super League actually. Catalan Dragons they made the grand final there. That's probably the first time they've ever made the grand final. So I think it's a good decision to go to France and try and grow the game there. And looking forward to seeing it.
Oh no. Oh no! I was worried about this. Oh no!
Dodo's here.
Fuck! The Dodo internet has come in. Jesus Christ! I don't even know if Fanatics is still on the line. Oh no! I had a bad feeling about this. Oh, hang on, I think he's still here. I just remembered the message that Warriors and Fanatics told me earlier. He said, if the connection gets bad, he's gonna throw his microphone. So I'm just waiting for him to go, fuck the fucking thing. I'm just like, if it cuts out, like I know he's gonna do it. So I hope the connection improves. But Warriors and Fanatics agrees with us. He thinks that Rugby League World Cup should be. He thinks it's a good decision that it's happening in France as well. But while we're on the topic of the Rugby League World Cup to be in France, there was a lot of rumours about it being in New Zealand and Australia. In Fiji and all those places for 2025. But do we think, were they unlucky, Australia and New Zealand, not to host the World Cup? Or do you think with the COVID cluster that we've had in Australia and New Zealand for a while now, is France going to be better for the game. What do you think, ProEnzo?
I wouldn't say they're unlucky because I think they've already hosted that sort of stuff many times in the past, and I back a change. I back
Yes.
hosting it somewhere else. I think it's like I said, it grows out the game to other parts like France a bit more as well, and overall, I think I think France is a great choice, and I think Australia and New Zealand have done enough hosting it every year. I wouldn't have minded Fiji to host or somewhere like that, but for me, France is good. I really think that's a good idea for the game and good call.
Yes, I'm with you. And Warriors Nrl Fanatics, mate. I know you're a proud New Zealand Warriors supporter, and I know there hasn't been a game of rugby league from the NRL in New Zealand since 2019, I believe now, and we're going into 2022, and the Warriors still haven't been home. Do you think the Rugby League World Cup should have went to New Zealand, or do you think France is a good decision and maybe New Zealand will get another chance in the future? But would you have gone to New Zealand to reward the Warriors and international footy over in New Zealand, or what are your thoughts on it, bro?
Look, to be quite honest, I think France is a good decision at the end of the day. I know I'd love to see that go to New Zealand, but we had a World Cup before in New Zealand. So I think we had there a couple of years ago. I believe we combined it with Australia and New Zealand. So I mean, it's already been to New Zealand before, but it would have been great to have it there. But I'm pretty happy to see it go to France there and see it in a different country for me. Yeah.
See, with me, I think France is a great way to expand the game. I think French Rugby League has definitely improved a lot. I mean, if you have a look at it, say, I don't know, 10 years ago, if France were playing anyone in the Rugby League World Cup, they would get smoked by 50 against England or New Zealand or Australia.
True.
They wouldn't stand a chance against any of them. But I think nowadays the French are improving. Obviously, they would not beat the likes of England or Tonga, Samoa, and all these sort of sides. But I think France are at the stage where I think France would push Fiji in a game of footy. If there was a game next week between France and Fiji in the Rugby League World Cup fixture, I think France could push Fiji to the limits. But I think France is really improving rugby league. I think they're really getting better at it, and I think they're a bit of a wildcard team for the World Cup this year, to be honest with you guys. I think they could make it to the quarterfinals. They could really do something. So keep an eye on France. I think they're a team that's on the up.
Well, I like to say some of the players they have as well, like they've got some really good players that actually represent France. Like I know a couple of the names, but just going a bit blank at the moment. But there's some from Catalans who are French and they're really good. There's a couple of NRL players who have traces of what's it called? Yeah, a bit of French in them. So they're on the up, I reckon, as well.
Yeah, well said. Well said. I'm just having a look on the screen right now. I'm just looking on my phone. Some of the French rugby league players off the top of my head. I know there's one for who played in the game against England about 2 months ago. Arthur. What's his name? Yeah. Oh, fuck. I know Trent Robinson's got a high rap on him. I'll get his name up on the screen in a minute. Just give me a minute. But
Nick Bro, Champa has sent a donation to the chat.
Oh shit! Hang on. Did he really?
Yeah, $14.
All right. Oh shit. Okay. Fuck. I did not expect this to happen. Okay. Fuck. Shout out to All Out Champa in the live chat. He just sent a $14.99 super chat. He says, I am so excited for the World Cup. All Out Champa, could not agree more. And, mate, you did not have to do that. You did not have to send a $14.99 super chat. But, mate, we appreciate the support. And I know you consider me as one of the GOATs when it comes to rugby league on YouTube and stuff like that. So, shout out to All Out Champa. And everyone, if you haven't subscribed to All Out Champa, go and do it right now. Click on his damn profile. Hit the subscribe button to All Out Champa right now. $14.99 is phenomenal. So shout out to All Out Champa for that. I fucking love you, brother. What a man. That guy is a legend, man. Fucking hell. Did not expect that. The chat's pumped about it. Everyone's pumped. Apparently, we got another
That's-
troll in the chat, do we?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
joking. I can't see it. Who's the chat? Who is it?
Um,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Don't even
Whatever,
respond
it's
to it. They just want attention, bro, and they ain't gonna get it from us. But
Don't care.
shout out to All Out Champa for the $14.99 super chat. The troll can't get $14. What the troll will get is 14 punches to the head if we ever run into him. But
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
anyway, back on the France Rugby League for a minute, guys. I'm just getting up on my phone right now some of the players for France Rugby League. There's a player that I know all about. I'm just trying to grab his name. Okay, so we all know the English players pretty much. I think it's Arthur Morgu. I can't pronounce his name properly. I'm trying to find it. Hang on. Where the fuck is it? See, Google is so useless when it comes to fucking looking for stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, here we go. Arthur Morridge or something. It's hard to pronounce his name. Trent Robinson. Trent Robinson's got a big rap on him. He plays 5'8" and halfback. He's a quality player, man. I think he's going to really improve the French team over there. ProEnzo, have you seen much of him? I've seen a bit of him. It's just hard to pronounce his name sometimes.
Oh, look, the name's familiar to me. I've heard the name before on Instagram and all that. There has been a bit of talk about who he is as a player, but I haven't really seen him in action, to be honest. So if he does play for France, I'd like to watch him play then.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely play for France, and I think he'll be their most important player when they do play in the World Cup. But Warriors and Nrl Fanatics, mate, have you seen much of Arthur Morge? I can't even pronounce his name properly, but have you seen much of Arthur for the French?
No, I've never. The name doesn't ring a bell for me. No, so no, I've never heard of him.
Well,
before,
you'll have to check him out, mate. You'll have to check him out. I'll tell you right now, he's one to keep an eye on, bro. I'll tell you that much. He's one to keep an eye on. Yep. All right, well, let's move on to topic number 4 now. So, France hosting the Rugby League World Cup in 2025 will be a great thing, in my opinion. But let's move on to topic number 4 now, which is one that's very close to my heart. Is that the Cowboys, the North Queensland Cowboys $1 million man, Valentine Holmes, is making a position transition. He's going from fullback to center. Is this a good move from the Cowboys? Is this a bad move from the Cowboys? Is it the money in the centers a concern? Or is it about just getting the players in the right position and trying to build combinations? Is Todd Payton making the right call in this one? I want to go to you first, ProEnzo Vidz. Is Val Holmes going to the centers a good move for the Cowboys?
Okay, well, I had like two feelings about this. Like, I had my initial thoughts on it were that, no, I don't like it. I think he's always been a winger, and in my opinion, should not move him from that winger position at all. But then when I think about, I saw that, he's going to be given like the Tommy Turbo license, to roam around the field. So,
yeah,
seeing that, I actually like a lot because Val's a player that can create something out of nothing. And, he's obviously a very talented player who is very skillful and plays very well. Obviously, he's had a couple of, not the greatest years, but, he can be great on his days. So, I like it. You know what? I do like that from the Cowboys. I think that can actually work really well.
All right. Well said. What about you, Warriors and Nrl Fanatics? Hang on. We got another troll in the chat, do we?
Yeah, we sure do.
Fucking hell. The trolls are wanting attention tonight, but they ain't going to get it. They ain't going to get it.
Everywhere.
They must be so obsessed with us, boys. They probably sit there at night and they get off to us, bro. Like, I swear to God.
It's creepy,
what they do.
Eh?
Oh,
it's
bro, it
crazy,
makes me feel a bit sick. But what was the name of Fanatics, mate? Obviously, you know a fair bit about Todd Payton as well. Obviously, coached the Warriors for a little bit there at the back end of 2020. Do you think Val Holmes moving into the centers is a smart move for him?
Yeah, look, I think he was pretty disappointing at fullback last year, Valentine Holmes. I thought he could do a lot better. Yeah, I think it's a move. Actually, I reckon it's a good move for the Cowboys. He has a lot of on the fullback position and as well Holmes. So I don't think I haven't seen too much of him in this centers, but I think it'll be a good move actually.
Yep. Okay, what I will say about Valentine Holmes moving to the centres, I think it'll be the right balance. If you put Val Holmes next to Kyle Felt, they could build a very nice combination. And Kyle Felt has been screaming out for a while now, for God's sakes, just get me a centre and let me work with him. Don't give me a centre every week, because if you have a look at the Cowboys last year, 1 week they had Connolly Lamelu, 1 week, the next week they had David Bowen, then they had fucking Justin O'Neill there before he retired, then they had Murray Talangi play there at one point, then they had the Hammer play there at one point, then they had Ben Hampton play there. So Kyle Feld had a different centre every week, which obviously it ruined his defensive reads. Normally he's a decent defender, Kyle Feld, but obviously it didn't help him having a different centre every week. But I think Kyle Feld played 2 or 3 games at centre at the back end of last year. I think he played okay. A little bit quiet though. But I think, obviously, the money with Val Holmes at centre is going to be the big talking point. Oh, Val Holmes, $1 million centre, blah, blah, blah. But what does money have to do with a bloke moving transition because he's not going good at fullback? So, Lorenzo, for example, bro, let me put it this way to you. Right, Tommy Turbo, best player in the world, right? What if he has one bad year at fullback and he wants to move to the centres and he's on like $1.5 million a year? If he moved to centre and became the best centre in the league or a top 5 centre, would you be happy about that?
Well, I mean, a couple of things is that, like, I guess he won a Daily M at fullback. You know, he obviously is one of the best fullbacks in the game. But, you know, like you said, Nick, if he was to make that move to the centres after, for example, a bad year at fullback, I reckon, you know, if it ain't broke, just, you know, why, you know, do something else about it. You know, I think, yeah, I would leave it. You know, if it's working, leave it. But again, Tommy's always gonna be a fullback, but you know, he's a freak centre as well. We've seen that.
Well, I guess the other thing is as well, I think the Hammer is the Cowboys' long-term fullback. He's a gun. He's an Origin player already. He has developed so quick. I think the Hammer is the perfect fullback for the Cowboys going forward. Kyle Felt on the wing with Murray Tulangi, who's another young winger coming through. We've signed Peter Hiku, and now we've got Val Holmes there. I think Holmes and Felt could build a very deadly and lethal combination.
Yeah.
You know, I think
another thing as well is
it's the best move.
Yeah, sorry, bro. Another thing as well is about Holmes. You know, I think a good thing as well is that Kyle Felt's playing next to an experienced player as well, because he's playing against. Felt's combined with a lot of you know, players that are still young and not really, you know, I guess ready to play first grade. That's why Felt's impact's been limited at times. But I think with maybe Holmes being there beside him, you know, it might just work because both are really good at playing the game, both are experienced, and both have won big games, you know, before. So it might work in that way.
And before I get to you, Warriors Fanatics, about Val Holmes in the centres, I want to say as well, if he has a roaming license like Latrell and Turbo did in Origin, that's another good thing as well, because a lot of people forget this. When Val Holmes is on, like when he is on in a game, my God, when he's on a roll, the bloke is near unstoppable. He is a gun, man. Absolute gun. I think Valentine Holmes at centre is going to be a very good positional change. Defensively, ProEnzo and Warriors and Nrl Fanatics, it might be a little bit found out there for a while.
Yeah.
But can you imagine the attack?
Yeah, it would be very great if they got it right. If they got it right.
The other thing I want to say about Val Holmes at centre as well is, if you have a look at the Queensland State of Origin side, right, for example, they are lacking a really good centre. They don't really have many centres at the moment. I think Gagai's one of them. They've got plenty of wingers to choose from, but that other centre is always like a halfback or a fullback. So I think Val Holmes at centre would be good for the Cowboys, and I think it could be also an Origin opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, he's played Origin before, so never say never.
I think it's a great idea. So let's hope it happens. But Warriors and Nrl Fanatics, mate, do you think Val Holmes at centre will be good, or do you think it'll be a failure, bro? I want your opinion on this.
Look, I think it could work out, because obviously, Peter Hickey, I've got massive raps on Peter Hickey. This is a little bit off topic, but massive.
Yep.
And him and Val Holmes could work. I think that'd be a great combination. Actually, I think Peter Hickey's a great player, and I reckon he's one of our biggest losses this year. From my point of view, I think he's our biggest loss than Roger. It might sound like a big call here, but yeah, look, I think Val Holmes, it would be a great fit there. I think he'd do a great job in that same position with Peter Hickey. Yeah, I think it'd be a good combination actually.
Well, fingers crossed for the Cowboys, and for my sake, that it actually works out well. I hope it does. Defensively, I'm a little bit concerned, but I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be okay, because I think the Cowboys' right side for this year is looking like Chad Townsend, Helam Lukey, Val Holmes, and Kyle Felton. If I get it right, I mean, that could be a very, very nice right side attack for the Cows. It could be really good.
Oh, for sure.
So let's hope, fingers crossed, as a Cowboys fan, that it works out well. Val Holmes in the centers. All right, let's move on to topic number 3. Now, this is one topic that me and my good friend here, Warriors and Nrl Fanatics, may get into a heated debate over. So if me and Warriors Fanatics start going off at each other about this, don't take it to heart. Me and him have a very big different opinion on one of these situations here, but we're going to start off with the first one. We're going to talk about the NRL recent players that have signed for new clubs for this year or next year, whatever. Let's just start off with Stafford Toa leaving the West Tigers for the Newcastle Knights. I don't understand that. Newcastle don't need any outside backs. The Tigers do. Is Stafford Toa even going to get a run at the fucking next year when he goes to the Tigers? Because they got wingers. But ProEnzo Vidz, Stafford Toa, I think it's a decent signing. But what are your thoughts on it, bro?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was looking for it too. I mean, the Tigers don't really need much outside backs, but like I said in my video that I made earlier before about the signing, he's obviously gone there for a reason. I mean, he obviously picked the Tigers as a club to go to for a reason, and if he's going to go, if he's going to the Tigers, that means he's going to get opportunities because he left Newcastle because he wouldn't get any game time. So if he's going to the Tigers, he must be getting a lot more game time than what Knights could offer him in 2022. So there's a reason behind it, but yeah, I like Stafford Toa. I think to me he's a little bit unproven still in some aspects of his game, but I think he's a young player who has potential, I reckon. So yeah, I like it. I do like it personally.
Fair call, ProEnzo Vidz. Warriors and NRL Fanatics, mate. What do you think about Stafford Toa signing with the West Tigers for 2023?
Look, a bit of a strange signing for me. Actually, I think it's quite an odd one because I think the West Tigers, they've got a lot of outside backs there at the club, and I don't know if Stafford Toa's really the player that they need. And he's a good one, but yeah, I'm not too sure whether he's the player that they really need. But good luck to him. But that's what I believe, in my opinion.
All right, well, fair call. I think Stafford Toa going to the West Tigers is a decent signing. I think it might be depth. I don't know. But to go from a club like Newcastle, who I guess they don't need backs really when they've got Homohan and Tuala on the wings, really. And they just got Gagai back there with Bradman Best in the centres. So, I don't know. The Tigers have got Laurie, Nofaluma, Gildard, Talau, Mamalo. Don't know. I don't know. James Roberts is still there as well. Don't know. Very interesting. So, I think it'll be a decent signing for the West Tigers in 2023. All right. Let's get into the big one. The elephant in the room. Everyone has been asking me on Instagram about this. I have had several messages about this. I have had several missed calls about this as well. Ashley Taylor signing with the New Zealand Warriors. Wowee. Before I get to Warriors and Nrl Fanatics, ProEnzo Vidz, I want your honest opinion. Warriors and Nrl Fanatics, Ash Taylor was on a training trial. Now he's been upgraded to the 30-man squad, the Warriors' first grade team. Do you think this is a good move for the Warriors, or do you not agree with what Nathan Brown has done here? What do you reckon, bro?
Okay, well, I don't know why most people in the chat hate him for. Like, I want to actually know why most people are shitting on him. I mean, I can understand your reason, Nick, but just other people don't understand. But but look, I think another thing as well is that Taylor, he needs confidence if he's a half, he needs confidence. Okay, like that's what he needs. He needs confidence as a player because obviously for a couple of years now, he's he's obviously really suffered with confidence in his game. He's obviously has failed to deliver many times for the Titans. I think his time at the Titans hasn't been great. Unfortunately, like he said, 2016 his rookie season was good, but other than that, it was pretty dog shit to be honest. But he's at the Warriors now. He's not really on $1 million contract anymore, so there's less pressure off him. So maybe it can work. Maybe it can actually help in a way that he's not really on that big money price tag that he is on at the Warriors. But again, it's hard because I would not start him. I'd have Harris Tavera instead of him in front. But yeah, if he's depth, it's fine, I guess. But it's a bit strange how they signed him in the first place.
All right. Well said. Now, let's get to it. Warriors and Nrl Fanatics. You're a New Zealand Warriors fan through and through. You will always back your players, whoever plays for your club, no matter what, which is fair. What are your honest thoughts on the Warriors signing Ashley Taylor?
Well, look, I'll be honest. I will be very honest. Ash Taylor, when he was at the Gold Coast Titans, he wasn't living up to expectation. Obviously, price tag was at the time, and there was a lot of talk around him when he signed from the Broncos. Actually, the Broncos came through the Broncos. Got to remember that. And watching him play for the Gold Coast Titans, I wasn't too into them. And when they announced the signing, look, I can see where people are coming at. He hasn't lived up to the expectation. He hasn't played well over the years, but I will say this, that Ash Taylor, look, he's at the Warriors now. He's at a club with less pressure, and he's not on the $1 million price tags. He may not be the best player, for my point of view, give him time. I know it's people might say, oh, he's been given a lot of time and all that, but end of the day, I'd say, look, if he plays well, proves himself, he's in the side. If he doesn't, then it was that. But that's what I believe personally. I'm just interested to see how he goes in the pros and the trials. What Bill Colburn trial, benching the goals in the last trial game, but interested to see what he does if he doesn't perform, obviously won't pick him, but I'll still have CHT ahead of him in my personal opinion. I wouldn't start Ash Taylor ahead of CHT because CHT's been at the club longer, and I think you can't just give a position to Ash Taylor in the first round, even though CHT hasn't played last year. I'd still give him the crack at the first at the halfback spot for me.
All right. Less pressure, really. Less pressure. So you mean to tell me, let me get this right. So Ash Taylor's on $1 million at the Gold Coast Titans. He is on pressure there, and he failed miserably there, which I knew was going to happen from the get-go. And then, he was dropped from the Titans at the back end of last year, replaced by Tyrone Peach at 5'8". Of all people, Tyrone Peach is not a fucking 5'8". Anyway, he gets stood down from the Titans, and his career looks like it's dead. And then who knows where he's going to go. Nathan Brown picks him up, which I'm still trying not to laugh over. And he's going to a club that has never won a premiership, just like the Titans. He's going to a club that has never won anything great in their life except the 2002 minor premiership. He's going to a club that hasn't been home since 2019. Ash Taylor is a fucking disease. This bloke is a fucking joke. He fucking ruins cultures. He brings a toxic environment to the Warriors. And some people reckon he should start. Some people reckon he shouldn't start. Now, I'm on the train where he should not start whatsoever unless Nicarima, Harris Tavita are all out injured. But here's the thing, right? Ash Taylor is the cancer of the New Zealand Warriors right now. I said it about Luke Brooks about a month ago. I said Luke Brooks is the cancer of the West Tigers. Well, Ash Failure is now the cancer of the New Zealand Warriors. He is a joke. He is a waste of time. He's a waste of space. And I was on Facebook earlier this afternoon and I got into a little bit of an altercation with former NRL Rabbitohs outside back, Jamie Simpson, who was sucking Ash Taylor's cock. So Jamie Simpson can go and get himself fucked as well. You know, his career was a joke as well. He couldn't even last fucking 10 weeks in first grade without getting replaced by someone else. So he was a has-been as well. But in all seriousness, this is a waste of time and a waste of money. And I can't find any good reason to defend him. People will say, oh, give him another chance. Give Ash Taylor another go. How many more chances does this bloke need to get? He has had plenty of chances. It's as simple as that. The bloke is a failure. He's going to a Warriors team that has really no identity. The culture of them at the moment would be very weird. They're the New Zealand Warriors. They're the fucking Australian Warriors, as far as I understand, at this point of their fucking time. In my opinion, Ash Taylor is going to destroy the Warriors system. He's going to fuck everything up down there. Things are going to go bad for them now, and I reckon it's going to be like you're sitting under a bridge and a fucking cinder block falls on your fucking head. That's what's going to happen to the Warriors, in my opinion. This is a terrible signing. The Warriors are fucked before a ball's even kicked. Warriors and Nrl Fanatics, I would like you to respond to that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, all I'm going to say is I completely disagree. Yeah, completely disagree with that statement.
Tell me.
Because we have the likes of Sean Johnson, Aaron Penne, Reece Walsh. We have all of these other players, and I don't think just because Ash Taylor's playing, it's going to say, oh, it's, you know, a poison to the club and all that. I don't agree. I don't agree with it at all, to be fair.
Okay. Reece Walsh.
We've got the players still, even if Ash Taylor does. I don't think Ash Taylor's going to play, personally.
I hope not. If he does, they're fucked. Yep. All right. Okay. You mentioned three players there. Reece Walsh, Aaron Penne, and Sean Johnson. Okay. Let me get this right. Reece Walsh, okay, he had an incredible season this year. He's a great rookie. In 2021, he was outstanding. He had a rookie season. Top 3 rookie of the year, right? Easy. He gets caught after his first year taking fucking drugs. He gets caught at a nightclub. Can't be trusted. No discipline. And the other problem with Reece Walsh is he only had one good season in his career. Reece Walsh is not a superstar yet. He will be in 3 years' time. Right now, he's only a 1-year wonder. Second bloke you mentioned, Aaron Penne. Who's Aaron Penne again? He's only a backup player from Melbourne. He's not proven anything. Aaron Penne's got a lot to prove yet. And then you've got Sean Johnson, the great Sean Johnson. Okay, Sean Johnson, quality halfback, elite player, great leader. But with all due respect to Sean Johnson will be lucky to get 20 games in. The bloke has an injury cloud on him more times than I do when I go to fucking work. Sean Johnson has a lot of injuries in him. He probably plays, I'm going to say, somewhere between 13 to 19 games in 2022. His injury history isn't good. He is prone to that. We know this. I don't even need to get into it. I just think that the culture of the Warriors now is a concern with Ash Taylor there. Is there anyone else on that list that the Warriors have besides Sean Johnson and Reece Walsh that are really going to stand out? Now, I'm a big fan of Chanel Harris-Tavita. I rate the kid highly, but is Chanel Harris-Tavita the future of that club, or are they going to go Sean Johnson? Like, who's the future of the club?
Well, yeah, it's interesting. I think he should be the future. I reckon he should be, but again, like with all the speculation, he's gonna be moved on to like somewhere else. It's obviously gonna play a bit of an effect in his game, I reckon, as well, and just uncertainty of it all. Yeah, but I wonder what Fanatics' reply to that is. Said.
Warriors NRL Fanatics, mate. You're a Warriors fan through and through. Who is the future of the Warriors?
Well, it's got to be Reece Walsh for me. He's the future of the club. So that's someone you got to invest in to keep at the club long term. So, it's Reece Walsh for me, for sure. No doubt about it, 100%. Because, with Roger gone, he's our future fullback. There's no doubt about it.
I think Roger's a big, big loss for the Warriors. I really do. I know he played a lot of footy last year on the wing and at fullback, but I think Reece Walsh is a good replacement. But like I said before, one good season, one good NRL season does not make you a superstar. I don't give a fuck who you are in sport. If you have one good year as a rookie, it does not make you a superstar player as of right now. If the Warriors are going to build behind Reece Walsh, then fair play to him. But it'll be a while until they become a great top 4 elite sort of side. But the other problem I have with the Warriors is consistency is another concern with them. The mentality being away from New Zealand. Fanatics, you're going to hate this, and you can respond to this as honest as you want. But with this whole shit with the Warriors going on, I'm going to go out there right now and make the bold prediction. The New Zealand Warriors in 2022 will win the wooden spoon. They'll come last.
Wow.
I don't agree.
They're Fanatics.
I don't agree, obviously. I don't agree with it. Yeah.
Why don't you agree?
Don't.
Fuck.
I don't see it. Why would they sign Sean Johnson to win the wooden spoon? Why would they sign Aaron Pene to win the wooden spoon? I mean, let's be honest. I mean,
Aaron Pene is unproven.
I don't see it. I don't see it happening. They've never won the fucking wooden spoon anyway. So yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. And if we do win the wooden spoon, I'm going to lose my shit, honestly.
Fair enough.
I love the part where you said we never fucking won the wooden spoon.
It's always good to hear Fanatics swear.
Oh, it's fucking funny. But we never won the wooden spoon. I love it. I love it. But in all seriousness,
I know one team that will definitely win the wooden spoon.
Who?
This is going to be a bold one, but I'm going to Newcastle.
Newcastle for the spoon. Are you serious right now?
Yep, because
why?
Yes. Yeah, I think. No, actually, no. I'll go with the Tigers because they don't really have a good
Tigers.
Team,
what? Tigers for the spoon.
But they haven't.
Jackson Hastings is a great signing for the Tigers. He won't win the wooden spoon. Jackson Hastings is a quality player.
Well, I've got no idea. I've got no clue, actually. I've got no clue. I'm just throwing up teams there. All right, and I have no idea. It's just like it's hard to get a read on who's going to. Could be anyone.
Yeah. I think Jay Lockyer summed it up there. I thought he was going to say the Cowboys for a second when he says.
I was waiting for it. Yeah. I was fucking prepared. I was waiting for it.
No, I was waiting for it.
Last thing on the Warriors, I'll say. Warriors and NRL Fanatics. Who will finish higher? Warriors or Cowboys?
Fuck, I don't know. Don't really know. Be honest, I really have no clue. I mean, either
What
one
about
of
you,
them can
Lorenzo?
finish in the top 8. Either one of them can finish in the bottom 8. Yeah.
Lorenzo, who will finish last? Warriors or Cowboys? Who will finish higher? Tell me now.
Far out, bro. It's like on the spotlight here.
I want to know.
I hate to give away any early predictions, but
Tell me.
I don't know. But both teams are very similar, Both teams have they're inconsistent, both of them, I reckon. But both of them have good young players, I reckon, at the same time. Some old heads as well. So it's a good mix. But fuck, I'm just
Pick
waiting
one,
to
damn it. Come on, man.
Oh, bro, I don't know.
Come on, man.
All right. If I'm gonna be honest, the Warriors. I'll be honest, the Warriors.
Oh,
yeah.
well, fuck you then. Fuck you then, Lorenzo. I fucking hope Manly come last now. Fuck you.
Oh, that won't happen.
Nah, I'm taking the piss, obviously. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, let's move on to the next topic now. Topic number 2. Now, as you guys know, the Super League starts in about 28 days. Now, we're about a month away from the Super League getting underway, which is going to be outstanding. I'm fucking keen for the Super League this year. Not far away now until it all gets underway. I'll start with you, ProEnzo Vidz. What are you looking forward to the most for the Super League in 2022?
Mate, it's pretty easy. It's going to be St. Helens winning 4 in a row. No, I'm only joking. If that happens, that's crazy. But honestly, what I'm looking forward to is that, obviously, I'm looking forward to it being back on again. That's going to be great because it's not far until it comes back, and only another couple of days. Yeah, look, I'm just looking forward to Super League overall. I'm looking forward to seeing how my boys St. Helens go. I mean, we've got a couple of new players, and Curtis Suridan coming, Will Hopewadi. He's getting older. Conrad Hurrell, which is a bit strange.
Fat cunt.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. I'm not really a fan of that signing either,
Really?
to be honest. Yeah, I think he's inconsistent. I think, if he, he's only, I'm not a fan of it. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to Super League overall. It's going to be good.
Is there any matchup that you're looking forward to the most? Like, is there any game that you're you can't wait for it to happen in the Super League for this year?
I'd say 2. So I'd say St. Helens versus Catalan. It's the grand final rematch. That's always going to be good to watch.
Opening game of the season, yes.
Yeah, and I'll be watching that as well. And I guess I like the rivalry games as well, like any rivalry games. I like Hull FC and Hull KR, the Hulls versus each other. That's going to be good to watch. Both from the same city or town. So, yeah, I'll say those 2.
Yeah, no, well said, bro. And it's going to be a good year with the Super League. I cannot fucking wait for it. But Warriors Nrl Fanatics, mate, I know you're only new to the Super League, and I know you support Hull FC, the Black and Whites. What are you looking forward to the most about the Super League in 2022, mate?
Well, first, I'm going to try and watch more Super League this year because I didn't watch too much of it last year, and I got to brush up on my knowledge of the Super League more. So, yeah, look, I'm looking forward to the Super League. My team, Hull FC, here actually, got some good players here. They've got the likes of Tumavave, Jake Connor as well. He's one of the main superstars in the Hull FC team, and also got the likes of Josh Reynolds and all those players. So, yeah, Hull FC, I think, hopefully they have a good season. I think great, actually.
Luke Gale, another one for Hull FC to keep an eye on. He's a fucking good player when he's fit. I'm telling you, he's a fucking good player. For me, I'm looking forward to seeing how they go with the 6-again rule again this year. Last year, it wasn't overused as much as what it is over here in the NRL. But I am really, really keen to see how they use the 6-again rule this year. I believe the scrums are returning. I could be wrong on that, though. The scrums are returning. I believe they are, so that'll be good as well. And I guess the crowds as well, back to full capacity. Hopefully there's no games that get postponed. I'm sure there'll be 1 or 2 that will get postponed here and there. But having the Super League back on is going to be fantastic. The late night streams and the early morning start, watching the Super League games on Fox League, which is going to be fantastic. And, obviously the rivalry game is going to be good as well. Hull FC and Hull KR, Saints versus Wigan, Warrington and Wigan. My boys, Salford, picked up that fucking has-been, that burnt toast, Brody Croft looking cunt. I don't know how that's going to go, but Salford, hopefully they go well. But Super's going to be great. And I'm keen to see how the referees go. I'm always interested with the referees now because you look at the NRL referees compared to the Super League referees. I would say the Super League referees are probably a bit better because they let the game flow a bit more and they don't dominate the game as much as they do in the NRL here. Like, for example, Jared Sutton, complete useless dead shit referee. No one likes him. Over in the Super League, you can get referees over there to actually let the game flow a bit more. So, mate, I'm keen for it all to get underway. I think we've got about a month now until it all starts, 28 days away. And ProEnzo Vidz, I believe you're doing your Super League predictions very soon, mate. Do you have an announcement for that?
Yeah, like next Monday. That's when it's going to come out, January 17th. So that's when my ladder predictions for the Super League will come out officially. I've got a fair idea what it is already. So, yeah, look, that's when it's going to come out. I'll probably, what's it called? Premiere it as well, like premiere the whole thing. So, yeah, get a bit of views for that. So, yeah, no, it should be good.
Sounds good, bro. So Monday night, probably, your Super League 2022 predictions.
7 p.m. That's it.
7 p.m. Beautiful. I cannot wait for that. I'll be turning the countdown clock on for that one, that's for sure as well. But
appreciate
sounds
that.
good. Looking forward to it. But, yeah, look, I think the referees are going to be fantastic. Interested to see how they go as well. And to be honest with you, I think there's a lot of teams that can do well this year. So we'll see how that all goes about. But keen for the Super League to get underway in about a month's time now. So not far away. But let's move on to the final topic of the podcast for tonight. We're going to talk about the NRL All-Stars game, which is not far away as well, only about 3 or 4 weeks away as well. The NRL All-Stars. The question is, it's one that I think some will like and some won't like, but should the NRL All-Stars have a best-of-3 series like they do in State of Origin to make the Indigenous All-Stars versus the Maori All-Stars have a bit more of a meaning to it? Should they have a best-of-3 series like they do in the State of Origin? I want to start with you, ProEnzo Vidz. If that were to happen for whatever reason, would you be keen for that, or would you just leave it as the one game a year?
I wouldn't do it personally. A couple of reasons why. I think it's always been better as that one game only. You know, I don't think doing it 3 would just. I mean, look, it would be good because I guess it makes it a bit more entertaining, a bit more footy as well during the off season. But I just think, you know, having it as the one game individually would just be, you know, a bit normal, a bit more normal. I guess as well, you know, makes a bit more sense because that's how it's always been. So why change it now? But I suppose if you want to like make it a bit more bigger and all that, then fair enough. But you know, yeah, again, you know, I wouldn't really change it how it is. You know, I think leave it how it is probably the best way to go for. But you know, if they change it, I wouldn't have an issue with it. But that's my opinion right there.
Yeah, well said, bro. What about you, Warriors NRL Fanatics, mate? Would you like to see the Indigenous All-Stars versus the Maori All-Stars turn into a best-of-3 series, mate? What do you think about that, if it were to ever happen?
I'd say I'll just say leave it as it is because look, it's pretty much a one-off sort of game, and with the NRL season coming up, I just don't think, you know, coaches from other clubs would be really interested in the idea of like having a free game series because, you know, it'll cause a few injuries and that, but you know, that's what I believe personally. I think one game for me. I think just every year.
Yep. You know what? I'm actually going to disagree with you guys here. I would actually like to see it happen. I think a best-of-3 series would be awesome. I think it would make a bit more meaning to the All-Star game. You see nowadays a lot of players go, not playing. Don't want to get injured before round 1. But who's to say they don't get an injury in the warm-up before the game in round 1? Who's to say that they don't get an injury in the trial game? Who's to say someone that doesn't get a tight calf or pulls a hamstring or pulls a muscle in their arm or in their leg? I think it'd be better to have. I think it'd be awesome to have a best-of-3 series. Even 2 games would be all right. I just think the All-Star game means a lot now, and it's obviously a very incredible fixture for the Maori All-Stars and the Indigenous All-Stars, but I think if they had a best-of-3 series, like if they had 3 weeks straight, back-to-back, say Friday night or Saturday night or something, I think it'd be great for the game, and it'd grow the cultures as well for the Maoris and the Indigenous All-Stars, and you could play them at different venues. You could have one game at Combank Stadium, which is Bankwest Stadium. You know, one game at Seabus Super Stadium, and the other game could be at over in Perth or something to grow the game over there, or in Adelaide or something like that. Grow the game around the country. So I think it'd be great for the game to have more than just one fixture of the All-Star game.
Well, yeah, that's a fair point, but I think if they're going to do that, then maybe start the whole All-Stars a bit earlier because
that's what I mean as well.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, if you have a look at it, the All-Stars game is on February 12th, 2022. If you had the first game, say, on the 5th of February, the second one on the 12th, and the last one on the 19th, then I think it would help match fitness-wise for the All-Star players. It would make them a bit fitter for round one, and it would make the players want to play for the game, like want to play for them. Because you see a lot of players nowadays that are eligible to play the All-Star game, but they don't want to get an injury. But I think that injury excuse is bullshit because who's to say that they don't get injured in the warm-up before round one or in a trial game, or they get an injury during round one or round two. So that injury, I think that's a complete bullshit excuse. I'm not buying that anymore. But would you like to see the All-Star game move around? Maybe go to Perth one year, maybe go to Adelaide, maybe go to Darwin, go to different venues, Northern Territory. Oh, who else can I think? Cairns, go all out, Melbourne even. Like, do you think they should move the All-Star game around to different venues?
Yeah, bro, for sure. Like, I think moving it to places like Adelaide or Perth, where there's not really much footy talked about. Oh, there is footy up there in some parts, but like,
it just isn't popular.
Isn't popular exactly. But putting an All-Stars game there would actually be really good. It spreads it around, I suppose, as well. And I guess I think one day though, when the COVID all clears up, they're going to play in New Zealand eventually. I reckon because you'd imagine how crazy the fans over there would get if an All-Stars game was played at Mount Smart. Absolutely. Or like at Eden Park. I'd love to say that as well personally.
Yeah, they'd go mad. What about you, Warriors and Nrl Fanatics? Would you like to see the All-Star game go to New Zealand in the near future, bro?
Yeah, I reckon it should actually. When it all clears up, obviously, I think the people in New Zealand deserve rugby league. It's been since they've last had a game there. With the Warriors, 2009. They had a home game. So, yeah, it's been far too long, and it'd be great if they had took a game or a magic round or a regular NRL game. New Zealand, that would actually grow rugby league in New Zealand because, struggling and they need some games up there in New Zealand.
I think we're all going to agree that I think the Magic Round fixture will probably end up at New Zealand at some stage, I guess. I think that would be very fun as well.
Oh, for sure. It will. It has to happen, I back it 100%. The fans in New Zealand need something like that, so make it happen.
As much as I want it to happen to stay in Brisbane every year so I can go to it, it's easy for me to get there. I think it'd be great for the game to go to New Zealand for a Magic weekend. I think it'd be fantastic.
Absolutely, 100%.
All right, guys. Well, I reckon that might wrap up the podcast for the first one of 2022. I think it's been a great show. And ProEnzo, Vidz, and Warriors and Nrl Fanatics, mate, thank you guys for coming on the podcast. It's been very good.
Yeah, no worries. I'd just like to say thanks again to Warriors and Nrl Fanatics for jumping on. Obviously, it was unfortunate that Sam, the other host, couldn't be here. But no, it's all good because it's always good to have Fanatics on the channel. So, obviously, Nick as well. Just thanks again to you both. It's been good. It's been good for the first one of the year.
Well, no problem, ProEnzo Vidz, and it's always good to have you on the show as always. Warriors and Nrl Fanatics, mate. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show, and it was a very fun debate we had about the Warriors before. I really enjoyed that. It was good fun. And Mate, thank you for coming on the channel tonight.
Yeah. Thanks to you, Nick, and ProEnzo for having me on the run of this year. And Joy, it was great. Great debate as well tonight on the show. And thanks everyone for tuning in and watching. And hopefully I can come on again some other time as well. So yeah, really enjoyed it. And thanks for having me on.
Always welcome, mate. Always welcome with you. You're a good man, Warriors Nrl Fanatics, and everyone, we all love having you on the channel, bro. Even though the Dodo connections seem to bloody be arseholes a bit to you, but you should tell them to go stick their head in the fucking toilet or something and drink the toilet water. But, mate, it's good to have you on the channel once again. And everyone, go and check out Warriors Nrl Fanatics' YouTube channel, by the way. He's getting very close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. He's not far away now. It's getting very close. So go and check out Warriors Nrl Fanatics' YouTube channel. The link is in the description below. And also, go and check out ProEnzo Vidz if you haven't already. And make sure you guys go and check out my channel and turn the notification bell on so you get a notification on your phone when when I do a live stream or when I do a video in general. But guys, that is going to do it for the episode 1 of the podcast for 2022. Oh, Jesus Christ. We've got the music playing up now. Typical. Absolutely typical. Nice way to end the fucking stream with the music wanting to play games. But I'll tell you what, guys, we're going to get out of here for now. Make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm sure we'll see you guys in the next one. Let me just... my music's not fucking working. Well, this is a nice little botch to end the year. Or to start the year off, sorry. Nice botch. Thank you, fucking Google. Thank you a lot, you fucking piece of shit. What a fucking bitch. Oh, here we go. And now we're getting there. Nice little fucking way to end the stream with a fucking glitch. Hang on. Here we go.
I love a glitch.
Don't you love it when things just don't go to plan sometimes? Don't you just love it? There we go. All right, guys. We're getting out of here. Thanks for watching tonight's podcast. Check out ProEnzo, Warriors Nrl Fanatics. We're getting out of here. Have a good night.
Yeah, laters.
See ya.